Hey, 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 Cornerstone kids and families. I hope you're ready for another Justin and Jesse adventure. It's me, Corinne, the family life director. I hope you guys are doing well, hanging in there. Before we get started and we review, let's talk about our memory verse. It's John 10:9, and it says, I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. And remember, we're talking about Jesus saying that he's the door. And if we enter through him, if we say, hey, Jesus, we know that you died on the cross for our sins. We believe in you. Thank you so much for dying for us. I know that I am a sinner. Please come into my heart. He's the door. He is our way into and through heaven and Christianity. Okay, so let's review what happened in our last Justin and Jesse story. So last time we read about Justin's new fort. Remember how he and his dad were trying to finish it before the rain? Then Justin had to hurry to get inside before the rain started pouring. Who did Justin and his dad talk about while they waited for the rain to stop? That's right. You remember Noah, right? Justin learned that just like Noah had to go through the door, the ark, to be saved from the flood, we have to believe in Jesus to be saved from the punishment of sin. So let's find out what Justin and Jesse are doing today. Here we go. All right, mercy for Justin. All right, kids, you did a great job listening to the story today. Now, you may check out your books for this week, said the librarian. Justin and Jesse got up and wandered around the kids section of the library looking for some good books to check out. I want a book with tigers and lions, said Justin. I think I want this one. Jesse pulled a colorful book off the shelf that had a picture of a little girl with a basket of purple flowers. My kids love to go to the library and pull off a bunch of books and check them out. We usually have a stack of books. Now I've been pre-ordering them, but we get a big stack of books almost every other week. I want to get a book with lots of pictures, Justin replied. He kept searching until he finally found the perfect book. He pulled it off the shelf and quickly took it up to the desk to check it out. Oh, this looks like a good book for you, Justin, said the librarian. She beat the numbers on the book, then frowned when she heard a ding. How come it dinged? Justin asked. Uh-oh, the librarian replied. It says you already have a book checked out. Did you forget to bring a dinosaur book back? Justin thought for a minute. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. But can I still have this one? It took me a long, long time to find it, and I really want to see all the neat lion pictures. Well, I like to have the other books back before you check out new ones, said the librarian, but I'll have mercy on you this time and let you check out this book. Mercy? What does that mean? Justin wondered to himself. Maybe it has something to do with the library computer. But you have to make sure to find that dinosaur book and bring it back soon, or else your mom will have to pay a late fee, said the librarian. Okay, I'll tell my mom. Thank you. The kids found Jesse's mom and they drove home. Justin plunked down in the family room and started looking at his new book. Before he knew it, his mom was calling him for dinner. Hurry and eat, Justin. We have to get ready for church. You've got kids club tonight, remember? His mom reminded him. I'm all done, said Justin as he set his fork down. What? You didn't eat all your broccoli, said Mom. She pointed to the green veggies still on his plate. I ate 2 trees, he answered. Justin liked most vegetables, but he wasn't in the mood for more broccoli tonight. I should make you sit there until you eat them all, but I'll have mercy on you since you ate some. There's that word mercy again, Justin thought. It must not be a computer word if Mom is using it about broccoli. The family climbed into the van and headed to church. Justin went to kids' club room and sat down for lesson time. Okay, kids, said the teacher. Tonight, we are going to talk some more about Noah. Who remembers why God was going to send the flood? Justin listened as the teacher, Mrs. Jacobs, told about how God sent the worldwide flood to judge sin. Justin remembered how he and his dad talked about Noah when they built a new fort. Justin started to daydream. He imagined his fort was an army base, and he was the captain in a battle against the bad guys. He was fighting all the guys at once when, ow! He yelled as Jesse's elbow jabbed him in the ribs. The whole class laughed. Mrs. Jacobs asked you a question, Jesse hissed in a whisper. I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. That's what I thought, said Mrs. Jacobs. I'll give you some mercy, but you should be paying attention, all right? That word again, Justin thought. I wish I knew what it meant. Mrs. Jacobs turned to the rest of the class. Does anyone know the answer? Jessie raised her hand. Mercy, she said. Justin gave Jessie a surprised look. That's right, mercy, said Mrs. Jacobs. Can you tell us what that means, Justin? Justin gulped. It means I don't have to eat all my broccoli, he said. The class laughed. Even Mrs. Jacobs laughed a little. Jessie leaned over and said, Justin, we're talking about Noah and the ark, not broccoli. Mrs. Jacobs smiled at Justin and said, I'm afraid you might have missed something. Listen again and I'll explain. This time, Justin looked right at the teacher and didn't let his mind start thinking about his fort or the lion book or broccoli or anything. He just listened. Mercy, said Mrs. Jacobs, is when someone shows kindness to those who deserve punishment. Noah was a sinner just like any other person, but he loved God and he obeyed him. God showed mercy to Noah by saving him in the ark. After Kids Club was over, Jessie asked, Justin, how come you were all goofy during Kids Club? I was trying to figure out what the word mercy meant because I kept hearing people say it today. Really? Like who? Asked Jessie. The librarian said she would have mercy on me and let me check out the lion book even though I forgot to bring back my other book. Then my mom said she would have mercy and not make me eat all my broccoli. And tonight, Mrs. Jacobs said it again when I was thinking about other stuff instead of listening. So every time you could have been punished, but they all said they would have mercy? Yeah, so I guess mercy is when I don't get punished even when I should. That sounds right, said Jessie. Justin thought for a minute. But I don't think you showed mercy, Jessie. Huh? What do you mean? Jessie asked. My side still hurts where you poked me with your elbow. Justin grinned and rubbed his side where Jessie had jabbed him earlier. Jessie laughed. Come on, silly. It's time to go home. Okay, so Justin kept hearing the word mercy, didn't he? But he finally found out what mercy means. Every time he could have been punished for something, he was given mercy instead. We talked about that in our lessons. Remember how God showed mercy to Noah? When Noah and his family went into the ark with the animals, God shut them all in. And then the flood began. Everyone and everything outside the ark died in the flood. This was God's punishment on sin. But God saved Noah, his family, and 2 of each kind of animal, and 7 pairs of some. God showed mercy to Noah by saving him from the flood. God has also shown mercy to all the sinners by sending Jesus. When we turn away from our sins and turn to Jesus through faith, believing and trusting in him, Jesus will forgive us and save us from the punishment of sin, so we can live with him in heaven. All right, guys, enjoy talking about Justin and Jessie today with your families, and I will see you for the next one. Bye. Have a great week.